All right, hey, we are live. Mama's Table on a Friday night. Now, we did have plans to go live through this other app to stream into Facebook and YouTube, but I'm still learning a lot about how this all works. So we said we were going to go live, so we thought we would just go on live. I'm Mama D, Deneen.
And I'm Carter.
And I'm Carter. Carter, better come in a little closer here. I don't know. We got to get this shadow thing figured out. Anyway, tonight, as you can tell from the title, it's a comfort food and relationships. Now, the other day, and I think most of you know that will potentially watch this, know that we had a couple of losses, two people that we really, really loved. And Carter made an interesting comment. You probably don't even remember this. But when we found out that Bobby had passed, and Carter said, "Oh, I think I need to do some stress eating." And that really struck me because, we think, especially this time of year, we think about comfort food and we think about all of these things, like the remembrance of, when we go to our grandmother's table, for example, and there'd be all these foods, and food has such an interesting thing. We have interesting relationships with food. And, Thanksgiving's coming up. A lot of people will be thinking of all these different things they're going to eat and have a relationship with that food. But it's really not about the food. In fact, at Thanksgiving and during different holiday seasons, we tend to eat too much, right? Yeah. And that's not what God's plan is. And, the whole thing is fellowship and enjoying each other and having some time together is really what's important. And that's the comfort. And so a lot of times, when we think about comfort, we think about food. But why do you think we think about food and comfort?
Because it tastes good.
Tastes good. And usually what it is it's because we have a certain memory or something good that is associated with that food, right? So sometimes, like, I'll smell certain things and go, "Oh, that smells really good," because my mouth might remember what it tastes like. But it'll also be a memory of a person or my grandmother, right? And different things. So tonight, especially Friday nights, we like to do little snacks. And some of our comfort is to maybe hang out and watch a movie. So tonight we are making, what are we making tonight?
So we're gonna make some pita chips with some
pita chips.
Pita chips with
some
whatever these
cucumber chips.
Cucumber chips. And some
hummus.
Hummus, yeah, hummus.
And one last thing. Can you remember what it's called?
Oh, the eggplant.
The eggplant stuff. Baba Ganoush, which is a really fun thing. So what we're doing, because a lot of times, especially when it's snack time, we tend to eat snacks that maybe are not healthy for us. Like when we think about chips, do we think cucumbers?
No.
No, we don't think cucumbers. Dill pickle chips, Lay's dill pickle chips, right? But are Lay's dill pickle chips good for us?
No.
No, but we like that crunch and we like that salt. So we're going to show you a few things. So to get started, I just got, and it's pretty dark in here, but we're figuring out, a couple pitas. And it is Irene watching with us. Hi, Irene. We are so looking forward to meeting baby Harmony when she comes. All right, so all I'm going to do with these pitas is cut them into little triangles, okay? Little triangles?
Yeah.
All right, so Chef Carter, can you arrange those on the pie plate or the baking sheet?
Okay.
What we're going to do is just give these a little brush with olive oil, and then we're going to put a little bit of sea salt on, and then put them in the oven to just crunch them and toast them up because they're yummy. Right? And while you take that little brush that we got with the olive oil, will you brush those up for me?
Okay.
These are so yummy, aren't they? When the first batch, I actually had a batch all ready to go because I wanted to show you just how to make them real quick. But then what did we end up doing?
We burnt them.
Well, I better take responsibility. I burnt them.
Yeah.
I started, because I was trying to figure out the technology, and then I went, all of a sudden I was like, yeah, I burnt the first batch of pita chips, so we're making another fresh batch. And while Carter is brushing some just extra virgin olive oil on these pitas, what I'm going to do real quick is show you something really, really, instead of Lay's dill pickle chips, we actually make chips out of cucumbers. So all I'm going to do is just, it's already washed. I'm going to quickly slice the cucumber up, and I've got a bowl here. I'm just going to throw the cucumbers in there, and you'll see why shortly. I really want to get one of those little mandolin things. It's on my wish list for kitchen equipment, but it's a wish list. You want to flip those over now and add some olive oil to the other side. I really like this little, I'm not going to start selling Pampered Chef because, no, I've got enough things going on. But this is a great knife I got from Pampered Chef, and they just have some really incredible kitchen tools. And I'm probably going to use another one that I have sitting on the table here. Another great thing from Pampered Chef. Maybe I should sell Pampered Chef, but no, I'm not adding anything on. But anybody that's a Pampered Chef rep, well, just hit me up. I can't always get a lot of stuff from there, but they do have really good, high quality kitchen things. Okay, is that all ready to go? Okay, you want to put some sea salt all over the top.
Okay.
And the sea salt I use, it's a Celtic sea salt, so it's a little bigger chunks, and then I just like to put it in here. You can buy it finer and just sprinkle it on, but who else have we got watching? We've got to figure out all this stuff. We got Irene and Donna. Oh, Donna, we love you. Okay, so you put the sea salt on, okay? So now the cucumbers I just sliced, put them in a bowl, and all I'm going to do is take some regular old white vinegar and just pour the vinegar on. I'm going to let the cucumbers soak in it a little bit. It's kind of like having salt and vinegar chips without all the stuff that are in, let's say, Lay's or different brands of potato chips. So I'm going to let the cucumbers sit for a little bit. Where are you going, Carter? We got lots of cooking to do.
I know.
All right. So while those are in the oven and our cucumbers are just soaking up some vinegar for a little bit, and I'll show you further what we're going to do with that. So what should we make first, the Baba Ganoush or the hummus?
The hummus.
You want to do hummus first?
Sure.
Okay. All right. You want to get your container?
Container.
This here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So here's your. Now, a lot of times, because it's inexpensive, I will buy the dried garbanzo beans and cook them in the slow cooker. But just for today, because it's like a Friday and it's been a crazy week, is I just bought some canned already. Some people say chickpeas, some say garbanzos. Okay?
I see.
Yeah. So now you want to scoop those in, put all of them in there. Okay? And what I'm going to do, while he's doing that, so Carter, when we think about food, right, and relationship, what do you think is better?
For what?
When we think about food and comfort, because that's kind of our theme tonight.
Yeah.
See, really why we want to do this is we're getting some healthy little snacks together, and then the two of us can hang out and watch a movie. And really, what is the comfort part is to do something together. And it's not about the food. And a lot of times we eat things that we think are because they bring up positive memories for us. So it's all in our mindset. But there's ways to, with our food, eat healthy things and just what our body needs. But the comfort comes from the relationship with each other. And who else is watching here? I cannot. This is Tara. I'm going to get this figured out how to do this. So anyway, so while Carter gets I can't talk. Carter. Well, he gets those in our little blender. I'm just going to cut half a lemon. I like lots of lemon in hummus. So just cut it in half. And it's okay. Now, Carter, what you can do is take our... Now, unfortunately, this is more for a lime.
Yeah.
But we make it work, don't we?
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting. God is always, He's always reminding me. A lot of times we'll think we don't have anything, but He will always remind us, what have you got in your hand? And so we can get creative and make something, right? Because it's like, okay, well, we didn't, for snacks, it's like, well, we got an eggplant, we got garlic, we had all of this stuff. And it's like, let's do something with it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so you want to put the lemon in there?
Okay.
Yeah, that way.
And then I'm pretty sure
And then you just give it a squeeze over top of this, okay? It doesn't work that great. We are going to get that. And then we've got some other like veggies and stuff. We're going to just make a little platter with some fresh veggies and our 2 dips. All right, can you get that?
It's probably too small for a lemon. Or it's probably too... Yeah, it's probably too small for a lemon.
Here, I'll hold on to that. So this is just base. Hummus is so yummy. Do you like hummus?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Give it.
Okay, you want me to do it?
Sure.
Yeah, this is not... I'm going to have to get a lemon one. But the good thing about these little squeezer things is you don't have to worry about picking out all of the seeds. All right, let's get this next one. You know what I like to do with these things? Right? Like I have that jar.
Yeah.
Carter was asking, he's like, that looks gross, but it's because I sit there and I will take all my lemon peels and pieces and I'll either throw them in my water to drink or put them in a jar with a bunch of vinegar, and then I use the vinegar to clean. It is like one of the best non-toxic things around, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. We need to get a lemon one.
Yeah.
So, a lot of times, and we've talked about this a lot, right, Carter?
Right.
Where, we do wash our hands, so don't, I missed a seed. Can you find that seed? Oh, there it is. I found it. Oh. See, this is what happens. We're trying to pretend we're doing like this like really cool cooking show. And, all right. Well, it might get ground up. It's okay. All right, so we get the lemon in there. Mm-hmm. Now, but anyway, what I was saying, when we talk about comfort, and so often when we think comfort, we think food. And, the Lord tells us, do not be gluttonous. But this time of year, especially Thanksgiving, and we think all these comfort things, like what are some of the Thanksgiving foods?
Some turkey, some other stuff, turkey, just turkey.
Green beans, stuffing, pumpkin pie, like all this stuff, and then we end up stuffed, right?
Right.
And that's not healthy for us. It's just not healthy for us. But what is important is that, when we think of comfort, our real comfort comes from the Holy Spirit and from Jesus, not from food, and about relationship with each other. Because when we think about all these different holidays and food, Food is just to provide, nutrition for our bodies. And yes, some things taste good. But if they're not good for us, is that really a smart thing to do?
No.
Be eating so much? Nah, probably not, right? You're being a little more quiet today.
Huh?
You're being more quiet today. But it's kind of fun, This is, to me, this is something that you're going to remember when we're sitting around the table and we're doing some cooking together. And we're actually making healthy things. But what's cool is we're having a relationship, right? And we're having a relationship with people that are watching too. So that's the real comfort. Because it's about relationship. It's not about the food. And that's something that we all got to watch. Okay, so now in our little blender, we've got the garbanzo beans or chickpeas. We have the juice of a lemon. We're going to put 2 garlic cloves. Do we like garlic in this house?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So now what you got to do, okay, I got to show this little tool. I have used many garlic presses in my life. And when we arrived here in Santa Fe, I didn't have anything. I mean, I literally had 2 suitcases, right? When we first got here, we didn't have anything. And one of my missions when I was equipping my kitchen was to find somebody from Pampered Chef because I used to have one of these. They last. They are the best garlic presses around. Garlic is so good for us. Okay, so what you do is you put the clove in there.
Yeah, and then you
give it a squeeze.
Squeeze it.
Give it a squeeze. All right, so we're just making homemade hummus. I know you can buy hummus all over the place, but it is really so simple to make. Got it? There you go. Okay. So once it comes out of the little hole, you got to give it a little scrape with this, okay? And while you do that, why don't you chat a little bit? I'm going to check on those pitas in the oven, okay?
Okay. I don't know what to say.
How about you talk about what makes you comfortable?
Food.
Food. But why does food make you comfortable?
Because it tastes good and there's a bunch of memories to it. Yeah, stuff like that.
But isn't it fun just to, it's so important that we do things together. When we think about legacy for children, and I know for myself that I have so many wonderful memories of cooking with my grandmothers and actually with my dad. My dad was a professional chef for a long time, and I learned lots from him. And we're probably going to share some of his recipes. Maybe. All right. Okay, now open that up.
Still some in there.
That's okay. We just got to go like that. We're just going to make a mess, right?
Right.
Okay, throw that other one in. Oh!
Good thing I had this apron.
Well, we weren't expecting that. You never know with lives what's going to happen, right?
Oh.
Okay, so this is what happens. I just spilled tahini all over the place. Let me grab some cloths.
Okay. This is a mess.
See, like with other cooking shows, you probably aren't going to get this because it's going to be all edited out. But you know what? We're just being us. We're just being us, right? Are you going to remember this?
Yeah.
Oh man, I might have to wash my wall. We've got like tahini everywhere.
I'm definitely gonna wash my pants.
Yeah. Well, you know what? That is. We're going to remember this.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know what? It's just tahini. It won't hurt us.
Yeah.
That was a big oops. Is it all over the place? Okay, like we really got tahini all over the place here.
Oh.
I thought that was done up. Okay, hang on.
Oh.
Okay, so, all right, so.
I just gotta do this.
You know what? In life, right? In life, we come across storms, don't we? Okay, you can go quickly wash up while I do this. But make it quick, because we got a few things to do here. Okay, we really made a huge, or not we, I made a huge mess with tahini all over the place. But you know what? It happens, right? And that's the beauty of doing stuff like this and just kind of going with things. Because you know what? You watch the news. We don't use that C word in our house. And if you know what I mean by the C word, that thing that everybody is talking about and everybody's freaking out about, we don't use that word because everywhere you look, that's all you hear and talk about it. And then talk about shortages and all this stuff. But the Lord tells us something different. We don't have to be fearful. And He will be through with us through the storms, right? Like the storm of tahini that just went all over the place. We could get all stressed and whacked out because our little show kind of had a little mishap. But hey, it's all good.
Yeah.
And you know what? Tahini's good.
Oh.
That's hilarious. Okay, we're gonna remember this because now it's all being recorded. So, all right, somewhere on here. Here we go. Okay, so we have tahini. We have fun around here. Okay, so tahini. If you don't have tahini, it's actually made from sesame seeds. If you don't have it, a really easy substitution to give the hummus a little oomph is add a little bit of peanut butter. I personally prefer the taste of tahini. I don't like to wear it. How did it just get you?
I don't know.
This is what happens anyway. But you could use almond butter or peanut butter, not as much, and add that to your hummus. Okay, so do a tablespoon of the tahini in here though, not on you or me.
Okay.
You could probably, I don't know if it'll fit in there. Will it fit in there?
No, probably not.
Okay. All right. Just a tablespoon. Don't need too much. We don't need to wear the rest of the jar.
Yeah.
And we're going to use that again. So, okay. All right. We really made a mess here.
I can still feel it on me.
You're going to need a shower after this, right?
Right.
Okay. So then we just have some extra virgin olive oil. And I do actually have the measurements. We are working on a little cookbook here. And I like to actually, usually though, unless I'm doing something in a cookbook format, I don't measure. All right, we'll put the lid on there.
Okay.
Now I just got the liquid from the can in case we need to add a little liquid to this. All right, and I'm just going to check these pitas one more time, all right?
Okay.
So, Carter, you can keep talking.
I like food and, food tastes good. And stuff, like that. Okay, so I'm just,
There we go. There's some light. All right.
okay, I'm done. Oh, so.
Okay. Is it on tight? We do not want to have hummus mess explosion.
Okay.
So you are not going to get professional cooking shows like that. But who said we're... Oh, let me get that. Oh, no wonder. Oh, my gosh. See, I could do like this.
Okay,
all right.
So put that in.
Yeah, put it in there. It's going to get out again.
Yeah?
Gonna get out. Take it off for a second and give it a shake. Okay? And I'm going to grab the spatula. All right.
Took it a little shake.
Okay.
Oh,
I whipped that up. Oh, man, you are a mess. I am so sorry. I don't know what we're doing. I really don't know what we're doing. Okay, let's get... Oh, yeah, that's just about there. We want it fairly smooth. end up wearing a whole pile of food. Right?
Alright.
We're going to laugh about this a lot. Okay.
I think I had it.
All right.
Apron
Okay.
at
Okay.
least.
There you go.
Okay. It's gonna become loud again.
Give it a shake down. There. Okay. Now maybe just before you turn that on, you know what started all of this was the other day, and we've been supporting this little orphanage in Uganda for the past year, and we do what we can. And Carter was really, really prompted to try and do some help and help them in whatever way we could. Because when we do think comfort food, like here in North America, we have a very different outlook. But over in Uganda with this little orphanage, they struggle to even just get their daily bread. And so that started our little journey of doing this. This is only our second little show, but we're going to continue to do it. And in the description, I believe I put the link up to where you can donate directly. Oh, it's good. It's all clean there. Here, throw that down. Here, throw this down there.
I can still kind of
There,
feel it.
just stand on that. Hey, you got to just roll with the punches at times, right? And let's see who else is watching. I can't tell who's watching. Let's see. We'll get it figured out. We will
Let me
get it
just
figured
check over there.
I can't tell. Anyway, so all right, let's get this.
So
you can donate through there, and we are going to get a little bit slicker on the technology, I hope, and we'll figure it all out. But there is a purpose in all of this, in that that the Lord tells us that our body is a temple, right?
Right.
And so we want to take care of it, and the real comfort comes from Him. But there's also the reality of that we do need to eat. So we want to eat healthy, but we also want to ensure that other people have something to eat. And so that's the whole reason we're doing this. Okay, turn that on. That should be good. Okay. All right, we can just set that to the side for now.
There's still a couple of.
Oh, yeah, it needs a little bit more. A little bit more. You know what? It needs a little bit more. We're just about there. We'll just add a little bit of this. A little bit of liquid. Okay. So that's all I did was add a little bit of liquid from the jar.
Ugh.
Oh, yeah. This gets messy. That's another thing on my wish list is a natural food processor. Because it makes it... Okay. We've got a big mess going on here. All right, let's leave that for a minute. Let's let it just sit. Now, the next thing we're going to make...
Is it good now?
I think we'll give it another stir. A food processor works a lot better if you've got one. We don't have one. Not yet, anyway. I'm hoping to get one. It's on the wish list along with a little mandolin because I've wanted that. That's just about. We can just let. Oh man. We got hummus. We got tahini flying. But that's part of the fun, right?
Yeah.
Who said we had to do?
I'm probably gonna change it.
Yeah, I think you have to change after this. Okay, so now what we're going to make. Oh, no, this is what we need. Now this is what we do. It's like a little mini processor, little manual one. Now what we're going to do is get the Baba Ganoush ready, which is made from eggplant.
This thing won't really connect.
Oh, it doesn't. Oh, those blades are really sharp, honey. Okay, so what I've got here is I have an eggplant, cut it in half, put a little olive oil on, put it in the oven at about 350 to roast them, and then I have some roasted garlic. In the hummus, I did fresh garlic, right?
Right.
Which has a little bit more of a bite, but the roasted garlic gives it a really nice smooth paste. So we are going to be doing Baba Ganoush with eggplant and roasted garlic. So what we got to do with this eggplant, honey, let me grab a spoon, is flip it over, and we just want to scoop it.
Okay. So just the inside?
Oh, here. You know what? I got my fingers all over this. And we're just going to scoop it into our little chopper here, okay? So it's like one eggplant just roasted. It makes for a yummy, yummy, yummy dip. Oh. This is why we wash our hands. And everyone's going, I don't ever want to eat over there. They got their hands and they've got stuff flying. And then I've got, let's see, I've got 6 cloves of garlic that we've roasted. Okay, so now garlic. That's his new name. Garlic. It's garlic. not Carter or garlic, it's garlic. Oh, this is fun. I still can't tell who all's watching, but you know, let's see. Somebody's watching. Eric is. Hey, Eric. How you doing? And Tammy. You know, it's hard to see. We're going to get, all right, so now we're not going to have a tahini explosion again. You want to put a tablespoon of tahini in there. Okay.
Try not to spill it on me again.
Or, well, that was me that did that, right?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I think that's enough.
That's good? Yeah. I'm moving the tahini so we don't have an explosion anymore.
Okay.
Okay. Now we need another lemon. So the Baba Ganoush is essentially the exact same thing as hummus, other than it doesn't have the garbanzos. It's using eggplant as the base. All right, here we go.
Oh, this again.
You want me to do it? You gonna do it?
I'll try to do it.
Oh yeah, we've got like explosions. You know, we got to watch some episodes of the Swedish Chef, the Mork. Right? Kind of fun. Got it?
It's pretty hard.
It is.
Could you hold this one?
Yeah.
Wait, I could hold this.
Oh, yeah, of course. So it was interesting. All of this started with, you know, the loss of our really dear, dear friend, Bobby. And Carter talking about, you know, stress eating, emotional eating. And how many of us do that, right? We're under stress or we're got something going on in our lives and we turn to food. And as a result, our relationship with food becomes really actually quite toxic because we will grab those bags of chips or we'll grab those things that might taste good. And a lot of the junk food and processed stuff is actually designed to trigger certain things in our body and in our minds, just how things work. Okay, so with that, Carter, just gotta, yeah. So while he's squishing that around, you can hold it with one hand and pump with the other. Where was I going? I was talking about, you know, our mind and our relationship with food. And I know it's something I struggled with for a long time too. Part of it, and I'm not saying anything that my mom wouldn't talk about either, but you know, I grew up with a mom, and for a lot of us, not just women and men, and our relationship with food and our bodies are often really toxic and based on what we look like, rather than looking at let's take care of our bodies so that they're strong and they're healthy. which is really, really different. There's so many fad diets out there. I remember my mom would go on these fad diets where she would eat a boiled egg, and that would be it for boiled egg and tomato juice. I forget what the, and there's the cabbage diet, and there's this diet, and this diet, and that diet. And it's all so crazy, all to lose weight rather than focusing on let's be healthy in our mind, healthy in our relationships, healthy in our bodies. And these things are all connected. So that's why we titled this. Whoa! Now we got Baba Ganoush all over the place.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. All right, well, you can see it is because, well, most of it stayed in here, so that's good. Okay, we're really making a mess, but let's see, that chunk didn't quite. I'm just going to pull that pieces out here.
This is not working now.
It is working. It's working, honey. I'm just going to take those pieces. Okay, well, we've got a mess here. I'm just going to rinse this.
Whoa.
You know, it's funny, like when we think kitchen, stuff like this, right? And sometimes a lot of us, I know I've been guilty of it at times, right? And a glass of milk spills in the kitchen. And if we've had a really bad day and we're really stressed out and we're not really paying attention, what can happen is we can snap and get in our emotions. Okay, Carter, come here. All right, so this is done. Okay, so that's done.
Oh.
We're making a mess tonight. Okay, I'm going to take this blade out of here. Now, will you take a spoon and scoop that in there?
This one?
That'll work.
All of it? All of it or just some?
All of it. Put it in the bowl. Okay, so we're going to give the hummus another little spin here right away. And I'll tell you, these movies are going to be good just to sit and relax after all of this, after we clean up the tahini that's all over the floor and everything else. Okay, so we got one dip ready. That's it. So there is our Baba Ganoush. Really yummy. And I'm just going to put that on a little platter here. Move this out of the way.
That's a mommy. That's on my foot.
Right, has there been times, Carter, when you've spilled things
Yeah.
and then you feel bad or you're having a bad day? Like when Bobby passed away and you wanted to eat. And it's not because we're hungry, it's because we're needing something else. Right? Okay, so now this is simple. We got some little baby zucchinis that we're going to put on our tray. So Carter, just cut this end off.
Okay.
And then cut it in half like this. But hold it like this. Okay? Just like that. Okay?
Okay.
So while he's cutting some zucchinis, I'm going to show you. Remember the cucumber at the beginning that's been soaking in vinegar? I'm going to do a little cleanup here. We're definitely going to get more organized. So we are really thrilled that we have a food dehydrator. And I've got some parchment in here. I had already made some of these up. And you can see these cucumbers that are all dried on there. And I've got already some in a bowl. So these cucumbers have been soaking in a whole pile of vinegar. Now, if you do not have a food dehydrator, you can simply put on a cookie sheet and dry these out in an oven at about 250 degrees. And then it takes a few hours, so you want to keep a close eye on them. But you basically just take all your cucumbers that you've sliced and soaked in vinegar, put them on these dehydrator trays or a cookie sheet, like I said. Put them on there. I love cucumbers and vinegar, just like this.
Okay.
Right?
Done. Okay, done with that.
Okay, those ones are done?
Yep.
Okay. Do you want to put them on the tray?
Sure. That was it? I thought we were going to cook them.
No, we're going to eat those raw. Okay, so, oh, I have a little cut in my finger. This vinegar's cleaning it up.
Oh. Oops.
We're making a mess tonight, Corey.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're doing all this crazy stuff. But what started it again, Carter?
Because of stress eating and stuff.
Well, stress eating, but we also know that there's a bunch
unhealthy like snacks and stuff, or whatever.
Yeah. And we want to be healthy, but as well, this is a way to also help our brothers and sisters over in Uganda. And okay, now that I put all the cucumbers on the dehydrator, I'm just going to put some sea salt all over them. Sea salt all over. Here we go. I don't know if anyone's watching. Yeah, maybe somewhere. Okay. And then I'm going to get the other tray. Now, I did a batch of these last night because the dehydrator does take a while. And again, you can do this in your oven if you don't have a food dehydrator. They are really handy things, though. Okay. And then these are going to go into the dehydrator. They won't be ready until tomorrow because they do take a while in the dehydrator. In an oven at about 250, probably good 3 to 4 hours. But you end up with these little crunchy, you're going to show them? Yeah. Little crunchy chips made from cucumbers. All right, so now, I think our pita chips are just about ready. So we're going to have some snacks of some chips.
Let me just look at them. Just to see.
Just cutting up some fresh mushrooms for our dips.
Yeah, they look pretty done.
Okay, we'll grab those.
Do those look good to you?
They do look good. They look perfect, actually.
Okay,
Okay, you want to...
I'm just going to grab it if that's okay.
So on our little tray here, we've got some baby carrots, some little baby zucchini, some mushrooms. That's fresh mushrooms.
Those look good, don't they?
Going to add some pepper. They do look good.
Oh. Did it. So should I bring them out now?
Yeah, put them on top of the oven, though.
Yeah.
So we probably would have been done if it hadn't been for the tahini mishap. Oh, just a minute. We'll be right back.
Oh, I forgot where.
On there. Okay, they got a little toasty, but that's okay. They still taste really good. So I just cut up a few bell peppers. So now, you want to give the hummus another little spin there?
Okay. Right now?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to just shake it a little bit. They're mostly there. On here.
Okay, that should be good. You know what? That'll be good. You want to take the spatula and put it in here.
Okay.
Put it in the bowl. Okay, and while you're doing that, let's see, I'm going to get a little plate to put those pita chips on.
Spilt some.
Well, you know what? We got tahini, we got hummus all over the place. We just got a big old fine mess here, right?
Right. Oh. Got some on me.
right, so our pita chips did turn a little brown, but that's okay. Got it?
Oh, need a little bit more.
You can definitely smell garlic in here.
Yeah.
Lots of garlic.
I could probably feel some of the chunks
Okay,
of the.
that should be good.
Okay.
We'll get the rest out after. Okay, so the only last thing I got is just some fresh parsley from our little tower garden. And I'm just going to chop some of that up. I'm going to throw that on the Baba Ganoush.
That stuff?
That stuff there. Yeah.
Maybe just a little bit more?
That's good. That is good. All right. So that is our cooking show for tonight. So tonight we have our little tray of hummus, Baba Ganoush, some fresh veggies, some pita chips that got a little brown, tahini sauce all over the place, and dill pickle chips made from cucumbers.
Yeah.
And now we are going to probably put a movie on.
Yep, and watch them.
We do ask that, should you be led, to help provide for all those 104 children over in Uganda. I mean, I look at all of what we have, and the real comfort is hanging out, right?
Right.
And yeah, tonight we had a few mishaps. Looks like I'm going to have to wash the floor because there's like some tahini spillage. But it happens, right? And so when we think about comfort, it's really about relationship and relationship with others. And food is really just something to support our body with nutrition. It's not, food cannot bring us comfort. What if we eat too much? All that's going to be happening is our bodies get stuffed. And it's something to keep in mind as we go into the holiday season where we're inundated with all kinds of food that is not really good for our bodies, right?
Right.
And it's not that we can't celebrate or eat or do things, but let's eat healthy, and we can do that, and let's focus on relationships with one another, right? Just like my little hat says, just love. That's what it's about. Comfort is about this, just love, not food. So hopefully next time we will not have tahini.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right?
It only got in me for some reason.
Oh yeah, like that was a big mess. But are we going to remember this? Are we going to laugh about this?
Yeah.
Right. That's the real comfort. They're coming in. You got any last words to say to anybody? Come over here.
If you want to donate, I'm pretty sure it's in the description.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to do that.
Yeah.
It'd be really helpful.
It would be helpful. And for the rest of the night, our comfort's going to be in eating some healthy foods, some little healthy snacks that we made, and maybe watching a movie. I don't know what movie yet. And we just say thank you, Lord, for all that you provide for us and all that you do for us. And because here at Mama's Table, all people are welcome, right?
Right.
And even though it's challenging in these days to have lots of company and stuff like that, we wanted to invite you into our home by doing this. And yes, you saw how our home functions. Tahini goes flying. We got hummus blobs. We've got the pita crisps that maybe a little too crisp, but you know what? They're going to taste good anyway. And we got all this other little goodies. So until next time.
See ya.
See ya. Love ya.
I've
got to turn this off here.
Yeah.
We're going to figure out ways. We've got to figure this out. Anyway, bye-bye.